You are watching the review of Liberian newspapers headlines that made news during the week on the bottom line Liberia. Please join us every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Liberian time, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 Central European time.
Yes, welcome guys.
Thank you, Francis.
Thank you, Pastor. Thanks for having us. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
So, yeah, we're great. What we have on the menu tonight? Tell us.
Well, we have some interesting review of the local dailies in Liberia today. We'll be looking at some issues from Data Observer, some the editorial from Data Observer, as well as we call it the New Dawn newspaper. And interestingly, we have a Liberian who will go, Liberian born, or Liberian American who will be representing her state of North Carolina in the Miss America Beauty Pageant. So it's a host of interesting issues and hot topics tonight to be discussed. And just want to welcome all our viewers to this show tonight. Opinions expressed here are ours, and we actually dissect the newspapers, the stories, and we add our own opinions to it as well. So on that note, invite your friends, and we entertain our signature song tonight. We'll start the program.
Okay.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not do. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock them for us.
With the promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we both tell you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, our viewers across the world. Indeed, failed promises cannot uphold our political campaigns. So, guys, share the show, and I hope we are all set and ready. I will fasten your seat belts because it's going to be hot tonight. Because of burning issues surrounding the yellow machines, our House of Representatives, how they're in this array. And no.
I want to interrupt you, right? The yellow machine thing is just like becoming the spider story right now in Liberia.
It's what trending right now. So, while it's trending right now, we're going to dissect the various newspapers.
Yeah.
And see what they say. We will be looking at 3 or 4 major newspapers: the Front Page Africa, the Daily Observer, the New Dawn newspaper, and the New Republic, I guess. Yeah. So, guys, So let's go into it. Let's start rolling right now.
Okay. Where you want to start from?
Let's start with the House of Representatives in this array right now. It seems that the UP block, the minority block of the UP in the House, they are angry. They are working with the opposition, the opposition bloc in the House to ensure that President Boycott gave an account of where he got the machine from, what are the details, the agreement. So they are all angry right now, so to speak, in the Liberian way. In the Liberian parlance, they are angry. So, guys, look at it and see where they're coming from. Do they have any justification to be angry or not?
Okay. Do you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. I think I'll give it to Paul. Paul, I got different opinion about it, and I think for me that's Paul. You want to start? Or you want me to let go?
You go, Jamal, I'll follow you.
Right. Yeah, for 2 reasons. Yeah, first, the House has to be angry. Consider what I understand. We understand that this machine was given to the president by a good friend, and that supported his arrest agenda. whatever is given to you on what ground, what is a personal gift is given to the country. It may have the good intentions, but the way it was procured, I mean, this is where the problem is. So there's no detail to the story where the house can look into it. Let's consider that if you're giving me the gift and I have rules and regulations, our terms and conditions to follow, and that need to be respected. If it's given to us as a gift, we understand the Constitution or by code of conduct in the country, you're not allowed to receive certain amount of gifts without a due process of law. So, President receiving those gifts, 285 health moving machines or equipment without a due process, I mean, it is questionable. And they have all reason to be angry. They got all reason to challenge the government. They got all reason to bring the president to vote. In fact, they have all reason to bring the president to explain to them before the House, not even a common letter. A letter is not enough. The president should come to the House if possible, because also they had another branch of government, which is the judiciary. The president is head of the executive constitution, should come before and explain the reasons why he determined to breach the regulations set by the constitution or by the law of the country. So I think they have all reason to angry. And this is a good thing. I was talking last night here on the platform. That's the beauty of politics. That's the beauty of democracy. And the House has been, we are independent voices in the House. We got opposition in the House. I think they should be doing the right thing. These are things we missed in the George Weah leadership, but things were coming into the country without these noticed. And it was just being passed because they were the majority in the House. A lot of things were happening. What I'm hearing now is Amara and Musa that are making a lot of voices. I think the other people need to come and be playing with this and be honest. Let the president tell us how he acquired these machines. They were gifted to him. Need to make it should go through the due process. I think I'll hold on for that for now. Let Paul come in.
Yeah, before Paul comes in, listen. Here's the stuff again. No, the House, the House of Representatives, they are citing top government officials, the Minister of State, the Minister of State up portfolio again, Mama Cab Birete. They citing the Minister of Defense. I guess it has some security implication as well. So this is very concerning. And even they calling they invited the managing director of the National Port Authority to bring in documents, the shipping documents, have the bit of lading or whatever, where you see the receiver name and who sent the machines, the consignee and the consignee. So this is very interesting. So even the Unity Party folks they themselves are joining our group. Yeah, so Paul, go in, come in.
Well, first of all, I want to say good evening from my end to every one of you, and also our listeners that are following us. Please share the show. Tonight will be this issue in Liberia. I think we'll discuss it in depth. And what we started with here, while the legislatures are angry, just how every citizen in Liberia and people in the diaspora are angry with this government. The reason being, a brilliant idea, something that will develop the country, do it in a legitimate way. But going back doors and doing things that people see, I think this is why the legislature are very angry. And the people they citing at the moment, the yellow machine came in we learned that there was no tax pay on it, how it came into the country. The machine came in the country, is now being kept at the military barrel. I think that's why they bring in the military put in. The machine came in, they paraded the machine all around the street. People were excited. Then to go follow, they didn't follow the due process. So this is why getting everybody angry. And I feel that what happening if Liberia is a normal country, I always say Liberia not a normal country, but a normal country, the president will be really in hot water here for what happened, because as leader, our constitution said that if you have somebody cannot give you more than $250 as a gift, and he's a sitting president, his long-time friend gave him over $30 million worth of expensive gift. I think this is why the people are angry. So locally, I think that's where it comes from. Something that will benefit the country is now turned to the talk of the town.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, because there are procurement processes, in these kind of matters. So President Boca, who should be one of the most experienced guy, should have done it, from the get-go in the right way. But fortunately for him, he has tried to save the situation by writing the speaker and telling him that this thing here, the deal has not been consummated yet. We are in the negotiations of phase of everything. Not a dime, according to him, that was spent. And it's nothing. The government of Liberia is not going to expend any money on that. So I think in a way he tried to mitigate the situation, and that Liberia thing, after a couple of days, it may go on the water swear, so the Liberian way. So
that's true. I think also what you're saying, my brother, is true. But you see, what is happening in Liberia is business as usual. The president has done this. He went through this. He considered that he will not be challenged, and this is the mistake he made. These things happen. Probably may have happened under his leadership when he worked with Madam Salif. They will have these things passed, and once your house, the good thing about you and myself are getting to know what's going on right now, that it's not been passed through the due process of law or the due process, because we have opposition in the house. We have independent voices. There are voices that can be easily compromised. Therefore, this is the reason we are getting to know it. It happened in the past leaderships. What they will do, they'll bring this stuff up and say the government is doing this. Whatever transpired behind closed door, we don't know about it. There are a lot of things that have been happening. So the good thing that we keep saying that those guys in the house that are really making those noises, I hope they can keep the track and let the process be followed. It's a good thing to bring these moving equipment to the country to fix the road. But when it's not done right, it's not done at all. That's the fact. Consider somebody gave you a gift over 30 million. What you have done was to let the right authorities know that this is what coming to us now as a gift. We're not giving a damn for it. Fine. The Minister of Information, when he had a press conference, said he did not give any money. It was given to the gift by the president, by his friend. Brilliant idea. But then, who is giving the gift without anyone to keep back, want to return? I mean, we're not stupid here. Nobody's stupid here. The president, of course, they will want something back. A kind of a nice reward back to do stuff, which I think eventually, I can tell you right now, will be what is going to now is where they're going to settle down. Eventually, these machines are not going back. With all the noises they are making right now, these machines are not going back. I think I'm giving my opinion right now. They will settle down. The house will settle down. They will go talk behind door, and they'll say, "Oh, you know what? Because it was good of the country, the machines are here. The president has made a mistake. We're concerned for the first time. This was something, we want things going running, and because we want to live by the 100 days, we passed already. So the machines should stay here. We'll go back to correct the situation. We're not taking the machine back. So this is what's going to end. This is what I foresee at the end for this particular thing with the machine fiasco we are going through right now. The government going to take in the house will sign it. They will agree. They'll all be compromised. They will agree to it, and they'll move on. This is what's going to happen. I hope the situation like this should be challenged. Not only the yellow machine, other things are going through the country. Those guys in the house, not only the people of the Unity Party, Petrol Liberian should be able to challenge situation like this. It's not about partisan. It's not about partisan politics. It's about the benefit of the country and applying the due process of law. If we do this, we've got a beautiful country. We'll be people who respect law and order. It happened here in the UK when the government, the party members are not committing to the rule of law. The party members themselves rise up against the party leadership. And this is why you got people like Boris Johnson got removed. He were forced to resign. Liz Truss were forced to resign when they were not. They were failing the government, the people. They were not coming for the 4 days as a prime minister in this country. Liz Truss in UK for the 4 days she spent because the party knew that she was not performing. So they forced her to resign. So it's not about partisan politics in the country. It's about what is beyond us as citizens. We want to let the generations to come to say, "No, people did something." This is why most of us are here in the West. We are benefiting from the people what the work generation lay foundation for generations. And this is what we do. They should do the same thing for our people in Liberia as well.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for a beautiful contribution. Welcome, Albert Mawal. How you doing, my friend and brother?
Thank you, Jeremiah. It's so interesting. All the news about our country. I think we need to talk it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, what is obtaining right now in the House of Representatives? Legislature. Matter of fact, the Senate has taken it up also. Is that I think that they're doing their best right now to nip it in the bud because they don't want this to be a business as usual. And I think it's a good precedent, Jamel, I agree with you. This has nothing to do with political alliance or affiliation. This has to be done with what you call accountability, and where the government entity that is responsible, to ensure check and balance, and they should be in the know. They should be accorded the courtesy to get to be in the know. So yeah, how about that? Well, you met us. We're talking about how the House of Representatives, the members are in the disarray. They have the very views. The different blocks. Even the Unity Party, the minority bloc, Minority Party, they are joining the opposition bloc to express a dismay, about the procurement process and how the yellow machines were burned to the country. Yeah. So what's the take on that?
Yeah, I listened to all of you from the beginning. I want to digress a bit on the historicity of similar issues in Liberian history. If we notice, when we were in elementary school or learning Liberian history, they told us that President Raw stole all the money in the country, and he was trying to escape from his kingdom to his ship on board the Atlantic, and entire family went. The canoe capsized in the wind, and they all got drowned. We are aware of that, right? Now, those were for information, but the truth is, they respect the public abuse of the people's representative. Sometimes the animosity gets overgrown until you may take the wrong action. Raw did not steal the money, as popularly reported. What had happened, Raw borrowed. He did borrow the first money or took the first loan from the British government. After all the processing charges, when the money got to Liberia, the money was small to implement the project. So he and the speaker, James Anderson of the House of Representatives, they discussed it, and they said, look, okay, what we need to do, we need to increase the loan so that we do the project, we get to it, when we get it, we benefit from it. But now, we didn't know all of these things. They were going to reduce the money by all these charges. So the president spoke with James Anderson and said, look, please talk with the British so we can take a second loan because we can't go halfway with this project. So in the process, James Anderson, the honorable, went ahead
Oh, okay. Well, we lost our over there. He will give you some historical feedback. We
Yeah,
lost him.
we lost him. I mean, but we will quickly go into our next talking point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it still has some connection with these yellow machines. We will go into we'll take a look at the New Down newspaper, the editorial. Uh, yeah,
I
go
got
ahead.
lost.
I mean, yeah, so I mean, we go ahead.
Okay. Let me just land. So what
Yeah.
happened? The Honorable Speaker James Anderson renegotiated with the British and they agreed on the new room. But guess what? All of these things they were doing, they forgot to know that they were leaders of a country represented by people. They didn't know everybody else. So they went ahead from the party line or the leadership game and they were doing everything. So everybody got angry, they didn't know about it. But guess what happened? Other people got so angry, so they decided to kill Raw. Of course, they did kill him. All that crap that they told us in the history that he was going, he got run alive. It was the first coup d'etat in Liberia. They did kill him and his entire family besides his sons that were in the US for studies. Then they were looking at the case to go to court. So James Anderson was prepared to go to court. But knowing that James Anderson will explain what happened, they shot him at the stairwells of the court right in Monrovia. Now, we got a historicity here. So, this is the scene scenario. Boaka has abused his constitutional right. He has abused the Liberian people. They may deserve to be impeached. There should be no other way around it because this is the 21st century. This country of ours has suffered a lot of setback because the two parties did not listen to the voices of the Liberian people. We had to have other people kill their dogs in Monrovia. Here again, we are going. In the 21st century, we are going successfully after the war. 2 times, 2 elections. Third, whether we did it democratically, 100%, it was cool, at least. But now, somebody who worked as vice president for 12 consecutive years, who previously worked as Minister of Agriculture, as managing director of the Liberian Produce and Marketing at the Freeport, the LPNC, and other places of work, will be elected to the presidency and directly abusing the Liberian people and their representatives. This president deserves to be impeached, not to do it. Oh, it will just go down and it stop. Liberia will continue to go backward and backward. You cannot, do not take bribe, period. It's against the law. There is nowhere in history that somebody, an individual, will make huge gift to a leader of a country, and you know that you honor oath. Your laws tells you that you cannot accept bribe more than $250 in value of United States dollars. And you're talking about 285 units or air moving yellow machines into your country. They enter the country. No document was prepared. Let's say they may have granted them what they call the duty free. No duty free paper was prepared. Nothing had come to that group that was bringing it. The company has no need. Who negotiated? Who are the engineer from Public Works that went to see the yellow machine to say yes, they are good. They've been using it in the other country. That president must be impeached. They set the record straight. Those people will respect us. Thank you.
Well, to our viewers and listeners, the disclaimer: views expressed are our own. So you know, yeah. So we will pivot to the next our next talking point here, it has to do with. We have to take a look at the new down editorial, which is that was captured. It had to capture the headlines that boycotts yellow machines and like cow poo poo in the new down newspaper. I think that was a figurative speech used at the headlines. I mean, basically, it was saying that car menu, car menu, car poo poo. I mean, it's good for it dry on the top, but underneath it has all the maggie and all the stuff underneath. So it's, I mean, this headline has a direct relations with the ongoing discussion in the country as it relates to the yellow machines. They spoke about um, the total cost of the machine is around $30 million, and the supposed or purported individual of the giver of the machines, and a whole lot of other issues surrounding that. And so we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to give our opinions on it, on this editorial. I would start first by saying that I think this headline is just kind of sensational in its nature. It's basically reiterating or crying out loud what the concerns of Liberians are. Right now in terms of the processes about the acquisition of the yellow machines. And we all know that this is a concern among Liberians, in the country and outside of the country. And yeah, so it's nothing new, but everybody tried to make a mold out of a little little mold. So yeah, guys. So it's just a little tips on what that entire editorial is all about the concerns about the citizenry, how jittery the legislatures are. So yeah, guys, we will start with Paul on the top there, and Paul, you can give your view on that. Then we'll go on in order to with Jamel and then Albert.
I like the editorial on this thing here, the headline, yellow machine are like a cow poo-poo. This story alone, I think friend Albert Moore this nailed the whole thing here in the previous topic. This yellow machine, also Jema said the machine going nowhere. It's a Liberian flag on it with Joseph Jima Baka picture on it as well. And there was a free gift to him that going on that on a negotiation. So how will you give your friend over $30 million gift with your photograph on it, the flag of Liberia? That's what this story is like. Everybody is crying, and I think if it's Dede Observer that just sum the whole thing up, it's like a cow poo. When you step on it, it can scatter all over the place. Like how you be rubbing it, using your phone, rubbing it all on the grass.
Well, you 1 minute before you lose. I mean, this was the New Dawn newspaper.
Oh, New Dawn. Okay, yeah,
New Dawn newspaper.
The New Dawn. So that means if you're walking, accidentally you step on cow poo, it's spread, and then you got to take your shoe to rub it on the grass that it go everywhere. So it's like it don't sit one place, it just scatter. So they read some of the whole thing here about what's have gone wrong with their brilliant idea that now tend to the talking point and disaster for this government. That's what they just some very unique way that is like a cow poo. I know Jema have different view on it, but it's just a funny story that this guy came up with, and it's laughable as well.
Yeah, I think I've said what I should have said. We got to this, but I think we all eventually, Albert, I thank Albert for that historical demystifying here. I mean, you brought something to our attention. Some of us were not around the time what happened. So I think I was not born at the time. You talk about the actual coup in Liberia. I read that in, I think, one of Liberian histories, but you just explained to us what really happened.
I think people like you want some brains around like you to tell us some history that we need to know about in Liberia. Thank you very much, Albert. Paul, where we are now, I think Albert's sort of talking. Mr. Moore is talking about impeachment of the president. I don't think that's going to be possible. I mean, it's the right way around. It's not going to work that way. It's not going to go. I'm telling you, this is what I think. And actually, it's impeachable laws. They're impeachable acts right here. And if you follow the rule of law, we shouldn't be talking. The president should have even resigned. Why are we talking about? That's the right way around it. He should have resigned. When you blunder, you step aside, somebody come in. The party should have gone to work, Mr. President, but it's not the kind of government we have where the party will fight at all costs, make sure save his face, and they change around, envelope will exchange hands, things will happen. And let me show being Liberia. I tell him Mr. Abba was selling as a patriotic Liberian, and this is all we want. But this is not what we're going to see here. Sadly, this is not what we're going to see in this place. So call Pupu, call menu. It looks very dry on the top. In the bottom, it's really messy, a lot of stuff at the background. So we're not going to get the detail of this story. Every newspaper is giving a story. The president told us he got this as a gift for his friend who's attracted to his arrest agenda. Therefore, we should stick in good faith on a good note and say, no, what can we do with it? But let's wait what the legislature going to do with it. So, but our citizens, we giving our own opinion here. I think it's a mistake done. The president should be punished for it. And whatever punishment is, you should obey. It goes with impeachment. I don't know if that would be a harsh statement right now to make. But I think there should be some kind of correction here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that insight into the whole situation about the Wadahala, about these yellow machines. I don't know what the Constitution says about that. If it's impeachable, I don't think the action of the president is tantamount to impeachment. But again, no, we are subjected to our own views here, and so yeah. How about you can go ahead, sir? I mean, you can give your views, the input on as we listen.
On the title of that story.
Yes, sir.
The new down describe it as Kapupu. Well, Kapupu in a sense, some people could be taking it to turn it into positivity. If you look at cow manure on the ground, it looks nasty, it smells, but it's good for agricultural purposes. So I don't know from what perspective that rhetoric is trying to put it into the public, like though the president has presented it by, we all know that it's good, it will be good for our country, so let's just accept it. But what we're saying here, this country.
Yeah, I'm just waiting 1 minute. No, the story, the editorial says that no. I mean, I'm just a synopsis, overview quickly. He said he's according to the writer, he's like, no, it's like cow poo. It's beautiful outside on the top. It's especially when the sun bake it. It looks and the sun bake. But underneath the cow poo is always wet underneath. So that I'm trying to say, it's messy under. So I know. So, yeah.
Just say how other people will interpret it. They will just say, "Oh, the thing will do good for us." Like I always say to my river sisters, I'm from river sisters, but there's a culture in river sisters. When you the younger person, an older person go into something, that older person wrong. My brother, just forget it. They will dump it on you. You go up and down, from toe to head. They will say, let the ball lead the thing here. So, in a sense, let's look at our country, how we've been suffering, especially our generation, from the late 60s up. We got no meaningful role to play besides go into some kind of criminal way. Some people get there, they steal money, then they leave the country, they go dupe the country, then they leave. Because when you have the head of the state not fair with the nation, then look at the people around Baka. You got Sylvester Risky, a veteran, let's put it that way as they call him, worked several years in Huawei, early administration, in that same position. So what we are seeing now, they have formed a clique. They have formed a clique in the executive branch of the government to enrich themselves. And anything the poor legislators were taught, they will close their mouths with money. But this should not be the case. They should stand by all means to have the president punish that be part of our history. Because he knows better. He knew better before he got there. Because the same envelopes that the early administration used is all that is coming aboard now. If you do see somebody that yakking coming outside, and because he is so frustrated, nobody listens to him when he tries to make a point in parliament, they mock him. So he gets on the outside and abuse. He actually does not want to abuse. You want to say something, but you saying the truth, and everybody else, they say, that man, when they're messing down there, we got to push the people to the wall, they will bring something. Then they go, they take bribe, and they make decision. You look at the Liberian, look at the custom, how the custom run. If you operating an NGO and you bring in humanitarian items into that country that will help the country, you go to the sectoral ministries to get confirmation. Yes, the minister of education will say yes, the people are going to do education. And that ministry will say this. They send you certificate, they send you a document, you go to the Liberian Revenue Authority. We got all the organs in place. Where did the president and his group passed to have brought into the country the machine before any paper granted to whoever was bringing the machine into Liberia? So they have duped the whole country. They messed up the whole system of hope. And only the legislature can save that country as we speak. Because if that thing goes down, how will you punish other people on a law? We saw so many mistakes from the government in session. First, the other day they went ahead, suspended all the 10 people. Then they ordered audit against them. The first dismissed them. They said, rule. The Supreme Court ruled, no, you cannot do this under the law. They said, oh, okay, what we do? Suspend other than. How could you suspend somebody, then you audit the person? Let's say you suspended me, I'm sitting home, then my phone rings. Oh, Mr. Mowe, we want to know there's a voucher here for $18,000 on January, so, this point. What was it money for? Tell me, my dear brothers, our listeners. Should I answer to that question? Should I say, okay, I'm coming to the office? I'm already suspended. You can't ask me any question. And all the legal people will work out, all sitting, and all of these things happening. By the time you go turn out, if you watch the internet, you will see people backing, oh, you will talk, you'll get tired. When the other people were doing it, you didn't talk. And people saying all of these things. So the action will be constitutional to save Liberia. The violation is equivalent, a warrant. It's warrant. Impeachment. Arrest.
All right, thanks, Albert, for your insight into the your views as relates to this editorial. So we transition to another topic we have today. We have to do with It has to do with this a Liberian American girl from North Carolina, uh, Kari Everett.
Okay.
Yeah, she won the state of North Carolina beauty pageant. Yeah, so she'll be representing that state into to the Miss America beauty pageant on the national stage.
Yes.
So we all excited that Liberia is winning in this direction, and we did not know her parents, her background, but according to the newspaper, the front page Africa says that she's a Liberian American, so she must have one parent American or both Liberian or both Liberians, Liberian parents, of a Liberian descent. So we want to wish her well. And guys, where you guys have your take on it. What you guys say? What you guys think about it? She should
Well,
represent Liberia instead of representing the United States of America.
I think I'll come. I think this is a way to give her credit. We got to applaud this lady, salute her for what she's doing in America. I mean, carrying a Liberian name on it is another big thing for us, and we wish her well in challenge, the contest she's going for. And also not forgetting people like Joseph Famole, who left America, who did not even live in Liberia, but only has Liberian lineage, parental lineage, and he's running on a Liberian flag. Those are people we need to salute as well. There are other great people, women, men, and women that are living outside Liberia. The government of Liberia is not contributing to their success, and they are giving the credit to the country. We also want to salute those people as well. And we are proud. We are a small country, under 5 million people. And when these things happen, it's big news for us. And we wish our young sister, our young daughter, our young mother, good luck wherever she's going for. We wish her well and put Liberia first. At least one day she will come home. I know when you win these things, what will happen at the end of the day, those prizes go with funding a foundation that will bring some good to the vulnerables, the unaccompanied. So I hope she can look up to Liberia as well. So it'll be some of the benefit to our country. And all in all, we wish her well in a contest.
Yeah, Alfred,
Oh, Albert. Okay.
Albert rather.
Yes. No, this is great because there are some young people here in the United States, Liberian, American, and they don't care. They just want to live in a country that you move around, you enjoy personal life, and sit there. There are some young people who are studying and they are proud of their connection as Liberian. With greater hope that one day they will go to this country and give helping hand. So such a young lady, we should give her the honor and continue to give her the support, moral support, prayers that she will go and even win at the final. Because it is not easy to raise children in the developed world, especially the way freedom is extended here. Some young people go ahead and they abuse it and they tear down their parents. They don't have no connection, or to have your child indoor to go into such an undertaking is a great pride. I must commend her for that. I must commend her for that. So we just want to wish her all the love we can say that she will win the final.
Oh, thank you. Lord Chilpre.
Well, this is exciting story, and looking at this beauty, it just reminds me about the song Michael Jackson made, Liberian Girls. And she looked exactly like my mother, the most beautiful woman on the planet Earth. So
Yeah,
just tell you, this is where the beauty comes from. That tiny country on the west coast of Africa called Liberia, that You see our sister when they out there, you know, yes, this is a Liberian. Talking about Liberian case, just 2 weeks ago, I think last week we talked about Miata Famule, another
yeah.
Liberian girl who have Dr. Miata Famule, who won the first seat for the British, how they call it, Parliament. Now, yeah, another one making headline. So I think it's a good news, and kudos to her. Well done, lady, and hope you win this competition. That's what I can say.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just trying to. I would try to just oppose when he talk about what is the guy named Famule, the budget. I don't know. You guys, I mean, you wouldn't believe it. In the national budget for sports, I mean I think the Ministry of Youth and Sports got under $1 million for sports, or 2 million, or so. Why the Speaker office got more money than the Ministry of Sports. And listen, and football, the Liberian part, our favorite pastime, football, soccer. We got 150,000. I mean, can you imagine that? A whole country budget for sports, football, especially football, is $150,000. Isn't that a joke? How do we expect to excel? How do we expect for our national team to strive to bring up pride? Or they're going to escape in a ball and play with causing them. If you see them, the people come and sacrifice under difficult circumstances. The Liberia Table Tennis Association, I think they got $1,000 or something. Can you imagine? No, man, it is not funny, man. No. I mean, we should try to prioritize sports. It's a form of growth. It's a form of development. In the Western world, sports play an integral part in the life of our young people. Now, where to turn to? I mean, everybody can be smart in school. In the sciences. But athleticism is a gift. It needs to be harnessed. Yeah. So, guys, what you think? What you guys? I mean, we'll come back to our wall. We'll come back to the next topic. But I mean, it's when you spoke about Joseph Famule, I mean, representing Liberia at our cost. It's not even him alone. Other athletes in America, around the world. I mean, people, come on, man. Even Chancellor administration, with our honor sanction, why? I mean, they have more money in the budget for sports than our government. They give all the money to the speaker, the president, and all the. Oh man, come on, yeah, guys, what you guys think? What you guys think about it?
Let me chip in quickly. You see, this is why you see this beautiful girl decided to go run for North Carolina instead of going to Liberia, because this is what happens if you don't fund young people. This is why you get. You remember the former president's son decided to play for America instead of playing for Liberia, which there's another thing. But I think I hope my friend George, we are on that one. He should encourage his son. This is where you get. If you don't fund the young people, they see that we're not going nowhere. Let me find living somewhere else. And this is the fact. That's what you just said. They need to prioritize the youth. They're not doing it. So one speaker sitting down, getting all the money. Now, those boys who play table tennis getting $1,000. Think about it. I think Jamal should recognize our guests, the viewer first before I will come in.
Yeah, I would like to do that, but when I put in, it covers Albert's face, so I don't know why he look like it. This is what the viewer is saying. Francis Kimber, congratulations to our Liberian compatriot who has become Queen of the United States, Queen of the state of North Carolina. Yeah, it's there. These are United States of America. Congratulations once again, Miss North America, Carolina. And he also made contribution. We also have Jade. This is I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name well. He says watching over from Greenville City, Southern County.
Jade Damuwole.
I don't want to mispronounce your name. I don't think from the previous discussion topic. This is what came about from Emmanuel as well. Emmanuel, bro. Yes, the president it is tantamount to an impeachable act because in its totality, the president flagrantly
frequently violated the Liberian
Constitution. No PPC. That's public procurement cooperation procedure. No legislature engagement. So definitely, he's supporting Albert's point here that the president should be impeached. The other comments here. So these are the selection of comments we have across from our viewer, Paul.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. About your take on the sports budget.
The sport and the economy. You know, the other day I said, look, we in the diaspora, from Europe, from Asia, everywhere, we need to make a national agenda for the safety of the Republic of Liberia. We have to put leadership over there that will follow suit. Here comes. Look at the Liberian budget. In which country's budget do you see the kind of nonsenses? No money should be given to any legislators at any point in time to say they want assigned to your office, and you have to employ people there. The executive branch of the Liberian government created that avenue so that when the executive branch of government is using wrongfully Liberian people's money, the people that are supposed to talk, so they can't talk. You go to the speaker office and you put a huge 350,000. One time I was reaching the budgetary line. They said $350,000 for the speaker office. Then somewhere that they had, say, 75,000 for maintenance of the budget. In what economic sense? What does it make? Are you saying if the speaker office issues a check for whoever in that office, the secretary or whoever, to go and encash that check, that person will carry certain amount of money to bribe people at the bank or at finance ministry? What do you mean by maintenance of the budget? 150,000 to the president pro tem office. So in the first place, that whole idea of giving the money to legislators, like they would say, oh, our Moe, our representative, Rivers County, then they say, what they call it, political project to build a bridge over the Timor River, 300,000. Then they put the money in my hand, in my office. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a civil engineer. If we want to build a bridge across the Timor River, when I submit my plan to Parliament and it is supported and it granted, please, public work is there. Grant that request of public work to go to Rivers County and put a bridge over the Timor River. The money does not have to come to my office for the money to be my pocket. Then everybody come in, I tap in there, yeah, my man, you want to build that bridge, good, but my man, how much it cost? Okay, you say $18,000, I will give you 16. Now, watch out now, the sport. The sport, they want we got to come have, we got to report Liberia to the world community. At the National Sport Complex in Monrovia, the Samuel Kanyado Complex, do you know what happened in there? Prostitutions. The Chinese are imported into that country. Chinese prostitutes and Liberian prostitutes are there. If you go Monrovia now, the joke that you hear, the Chinese prostitute, like $100, and then the Liberian prostitute at $25 or $50. What a disgrace. What a human abuse. Where are the human rights organizations in Liberia? So now watch it. I worked in Liberia for 6 years. 2 places. Mostly I work at the Ministry of Youth and Sport as Director for Youth Services. I know one common game between IE and Barrow. The amount of money that is collected from that fee, and you talk about $150,000 in the budget for sports. What are you saying? You are saying the generation should go to hell. Only the old people should live when the feeling in Liberia is done with. So we have to put our acts together. We have to appeal to the world body. That country is disintegrating. For this administration in the 21st century, the administration with the acronym ARREST will look at the youth development in our country. You told me you want to take Zogo from the street. Some other guys are talented. They could come back to sporting and do something better. And you talk about 150,000, the one they put in a pocket and they go around the restaurant, those net crops in the net and drink it up. $150,000. They are not zero.
No,
So generally, we have a task.
This is totally unacceptable. If the national team, if one trip for national team is 50,000, that money gone.
Yes.
Wow.
What happened to that? What happened? I mean, other sports, basketball, or track and field.
Yes.
I mean, these are major sporting activities around the world. I mean, no. I mean, we need. I know. What you said it right. We need to engage the government. They need the budget. They need to go back and increase the money for sports, because sports is it rehabilitates our people.
Yeah.
Even if as adults, as we are, when you exercise, your mind, I mean, it reduces your stress. I mean, it does a lot of things for you. Then how about our young people who have all the energy? That's unfair. That's unfair.
It's very unfair. And if the population of Liberia is a very useful population, the young people, I say you see the children in Liberia, go to Liberia, it like mission ends. That's how young they are. And then for you to get good talent out of the case, you put in something like that kind of chicken change that one day Fanatic Kovac can just have house party, that money finish. It's unfair.
It's unfair.
No. And this is where the young people that sort of be putting Liberia on the map, whether they're taking kush or whatever thing they're smoking over there, whether the zombie. This is what's happening. When you don't invest in the people, that's where you get. Friends, I think there's a big challenge for every one of us to put the government foot to fire.
Look, Paul, look, interestingly, Liberia, the manner in which the drugs, I mean, they graduate from a stage 1 to stage 3, 4, 5. Incrementally, they have, look at this, look at how grave it is. You have a new drug in every day, every year, every other month, year, there's a new kind of drug in the country, another substance that is higher at a higher grade.
Yeah. And
the DEA, all the guys are that big bluff guys. They're talking about they live in, they work with this in America. They did this and that. That's a simple, it's so easy. I mean, although we understand they do not have the tools, the resources for finance, but look, these, I mean, you cannot be compromised as a drug enforcer. Our people are quick to be compromised. We need to have people who are resolved to go to Liberia and take leadership. The country's interest to be put first is paramount. This is unacceptable. We're not stay in the diaspora anymore. We send money to we contribute towards elections. Our party get into the ascent to power, and they do the same old thing.
Yeah.
It's wrong. The proliferation of drugs in our country is no joke. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys. What you guys think, buddy?
Let me just pin something in there. The people went to Grand Bazaar the other day, and Yomi went to her father's church, and yet took 10,000 of the state money, and gave it there as how do you call it, offering
to the church.
To the church. The charted off mentality.
No, she paying her. Mr. Moore, she paying her tithe.
And now her tithe, she took the state money, 10,000 now her tithe. We didn't pay her for a whole year. The money was in her hand, $10,000. Then you talking about 150. Look at all the youth in the country with their needs. The talented Liberian. I'm the former director of youth service of Report of Liberia. I know what I'm saying. I had it. I fought with the NGO to save the state. And you took $10,000, gave it to a church, and you're approving a budget that say $150,000 for sport development. When one game is played in Liberia, you collect almost $300 United States $1,000 plus. If in not pocketed in holes, you get more than that. $500,000 can be collected. And you tell me for sport development, you get $150,000. Then the speaker office, you get a huge amount of person. She or he can employ anybody. That's not supposed to be. Everybody working for government should be on government salary. If the speaker office carry 5 person, that 5 person will be assigned to that office. If for any other personal administrative reason given as a previous given to a new incoming minister, then when I was in government, I had the understanding the minister, a proper minister that is appointed for a ministry, you have the choice to bring your special assistant if you wish. Okay? Or and a driver that too, if you wish to bring your driver. But other than your special assistant, you can't come there and say, oh, all the secretary, this one, that one, all the money you're sending to my office, I will pay them. That's the arrangement at the Capitol building. This thing needs to be removed. These people are damaging our country that it become unrepairable. Nobody will look out to give up money. Because any money sent to Liberia, that's salary. That's salary. In a country where you're paying other people $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, $2,500 for gasoline, their phone bills are paid, and you can't pay the other person $200 a work. How does that person send his children or just a child to school? You tell me, you got $10,000, but I get $75. I can't even get it in every 30 days. So the country is disintegrating. We have to be serious. We got to appeal to the world. What we got over there is not government. It's not government. They just wanted to remove the other group, then the other group got there. I knew. I told people, this man is above age. People are behind him to get there so they can steal. And that's exactly what is going on.
Okay, thank you, Abo. So Jamel, you heard the whole when I provided information regarding the sportsman. I mean, you were, yeah. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, and then I mean the escalation of drugs, the different uh, 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 varieties of drugs in the country. You know, the strength of the drugs, how strong they are. They are getting every time you hear something stronger. And the DEA, I mean, what are they doing? I mean,
They're making money.
you know,
Yeah,
this is
thank you very much. You know what is happening right now is this is what the newspaper title here, who's with this story capture on the screen of this platform
yeah.
saying,
Who's to blame?
who's to blame? You know, we're looking at it from the perspective where Mr. Moore just outlined, just highlighted everything. He who worked in the youth, with the youth, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, as well as he has a vast knowledge of how the budget looks like in Liberia with sport. It's disheartening to note that budget, 150,000 for youth development, is a shame. It's a bad news. It's a bad news we can't even talk about on this platform. That's one. And I was just trying to bring a story when the Funati Kofa threatened to shut down this house or the Senate if the entitlements are not paid. And this is something they wish for, and this is what they want to do. They don't care about the young ones. They don't care about those who risk their lives to put for them to get in that rain, that sun, to make sure they got change in our country. At the end of the day, look at what's happening. What we're seeing on our screen right now is it's still going on in Liberia. They got rid of Kush and they brought zombies. According to the story, zombie is even worse than the Kush. Zombie kills, and it treats you like a zombie. It walks like a walking dead. That's how it is. So how do you help these people? I thought the government would have prioritized youth development, youth as a priority number one on the list, even on the agenda, list agenda. Youth development, youth should be a priority number one on the list, but we don't see that. If you see agriculture, you see road, you see education, you see what again? You see environment, you see transportation. That's all about rest. Nothing talks about we want to develop the minds, the skills of the youth. So I wish we are the say they are the future generation, future leader of this country. Look what we're having right now. If you get the youth not working to something, they turn into, he said an adult person is a double workshop. His mind is a double workshop. So what's happening right now? They are into everything, living in graveyards, robbing people. It's total antisocial behavior everywhere. So it's a shame that the government has come in with the agenda of arrest to change things. It's not even looking at the key areas that we should consider. And consider specifically looking at the area of sports, where you said right now, you rather put together, I don't care your background, religions, travel, your connection, political affiliation. When it comes to sport, we are all one. You don't know the difference. You don't know the difference when it comes to sport in any country. What's happening on the Sunday? UK is going to play against Netherlands in a Euro final. What's happening right now? The UK is united at all costs to make sure they go there to win. And the point that football is coming, since football was developed in England, they're saying football is coming home. And this has been singing for years. And there's a first final in this for a very, very long time. So this is their dream. So we bring it back to Liberia. If you develop the minds of you, we've got to be George Weah did not do anything. Being the ambassador and a world-renowned sport person, he didn't do well for sport in our country. Not even soccer. We didn't go anywhere in football in Liberia and wait for a first 6-year term. So that was another disgrace. So at least since the old man is in his 80s, he may not have any interest in sport. Probably he came here in the UK too. We asked him one time, a Liberian ambassador, so what team you sympathize with? So I'm an Arsenal supporter. Yeah, right. I understand that. But then reflect that. Can we relate that to Liberia as well? Can we reflect that in the minds of Liberia? Can we develop sport in Liberia? So you can keep the kids out of the streets, give them something practical to do, not only sports. Transferable skills need to be trained and imparted into them. So the government need to reconsider their agenda, their arrest agenda, to put something out to do with sport development and reconsider that budget. That is, you can't say that to anybody. 150,000 for youth sport development, that's totally a disgrace. You can't talk about it. So yeah, it's a shame that we sit here to call us up because there's one of the interviews of the current president, he said to us that those who leave the diaspora and go to Liberia, they are worried about their mortgages. They just come and steal and go back. So they see us as another enemy and number one as well. So we say they sit on the platform and talk nonsense. They don't know what is going on the ground. And we also send, if you talk about the remittances, we send this at billions. We send out to Liberia, all the African countries. We contribute to that economy as well. The GDP in our country, we contribute to it, contribute to the development of our country, one way or another. It's recorded everywhere. So they should not see us as we are an extended for people outside talking kind of BS. We're also concerned this. We are passionate about our country and we want to make changes in our country. So the government need to reconsider their program regarding youth sport as well. So they need to look at it seriously, gentlemen.
No, but seriously, I think this is a very touching topic. We need to speak about it more and more because look, in the Western world, where we have everything, so to speak. Those who are from the middle class the not privileged society or family, the youth sport has the anchor to excel. Yeah. All the black people in America waiting to do the youth sports. Even here in Europe, where we are, people use sports to excel. It's a medium for a sort of trajectory what people use to excel, improve their lives. The government, the legislature, we have the minister, we have two legislators down there who are RFA presidents, Musa Berete, Edwin Snow, Boy Charles play for IE, play for the national team. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You guys will sit down there and allow such a money for the national team, $150,000 United States dollars for football. This is appalling. This is appalling.
Yes. What the speaker of it would do all that money that you assign to it. Come on.
He's employing people. The other thing he brought there, the speaker, I think the office staff is like 13 people or 15.
Yeah. Well, let me say something about Boy Charles. Boy Charles cars that he drives is worth $80,000. His vehicle alone. And these are people that are supposed to be fighting for those young kids that, look, we have these people, Liberia can go nowhere in sports, but the car he runs is $80,000. And I was just talking about the $10,000 that Yomni gave her church. And there's a video that we have that Yomni men, these young Zokos, sometime last year, during the campaign, engaging them. But they came up with a budget that nothing is there for the Zokos. But she can go to Grand Bassa and get $10,000 to a church. And that money, who pocket it going to that pastor? I think I need to open a church in Liberia too for young men to be bringing money. Because there's no priority for the youth. Go to Liberia today, every community, all over the country, you see the young people, the age group, the mission ends all over doing absolutely nothing. That's why they end up with the coach, the zombie, what other names they give. Or it seems to me every president that come, there's drugs that we associate with their government. We are on that will push now work out on our government that zombie. Maybe the next group will be something else. It's just unbelievable and just sad for our country.
A complete failure. Our guys, we have gone.
That's it for the headlines tonight. We just we'll just kind of have a take around and we can call it night.
Okay. Can I come in so I can have my net?
Yeah, go on, Mr.
Yes, something in the American social, economic, and political life. It's something called American institutionalization. This is a concept, a philosophy. For example, look at the Liberian scenario. There's a brother called Bob Naked, right? This guy, I interacted with him. When the war subsided in Monroe, I used to go to the hat shop, the one that was referred to as the political hat shop, right opposite the fire brigade office on Clay Street. Next door is Founder Ministry. So the fellow came there one day. I didn't know who the person was. They bought my tea, you know. They made a tea with ground pea and put a little milk inside there. It's so good to eat. So I was sitting down. Not knowing it was this fellow, the young fellow that they referred to as General Bodnecki. So Blaye began to talk. Then I look around. And he explained how he got into the war. At that time, you were under 20. So I looked long time and said, oh my God. But what I want to say about this guy, he decided to refrain from all of these things. And he had professionalized himself to help society. He fought and gave his life for the rest to come to power with the hope that how he perceives society now, for to transform everything into positivity. He confesses everywhere that I was one of those that were using young people, encouraging them to follow me to fight. But hear me here, the man created an institution where he go and teach his children, take the drug from them and make them useful, teaching them, educating them. Such a man, I thought government was going to give him the opportunity to increase a capacity, not only in the Monrovia area, but to build other institutions that he will carry his principle. His explanation will be an encouragement that all of these children, they will take them from the street. But surprisingly, by the time he campaigned for them, even they almost killed him, they dumped him. Nobody talked with Bodnecki again. Nobody talked with him anymore.
No, I'm just correct you there. Milton Joshua Blaye Bodnecki is a good friend of the president's wife. She visits him all the time. They got the program going on. He's quietly getting his he's benefiting just from the elections.
So boy, you don't know about that. The guy is
he's quietly. He was just. The first lady she goes there. And he's there.
Francis is very well informed by this government. Francis need to tell us a little information. I saw you mean one of the insider of this government, Francis.
No, man, I think the social media is trending. For disclosure, Milton Joshua Blaye is a friend of mine. We grew up in the same Ghanaian community, in the same area, in the same neighborhood. I know his family well. I know. So, I follow him. His activities. It pop up on the radio, on the social media, Facebook. So it pops up, and the first lady is there all the time. Those guys are enjoying suddenly. Just to know that he has not been abandoned in no shape or form.
But the thing is, I was talking about they should use him to play that role, sell
across the country, not like personally contribution to his pocket.
Oh no, he has a group of people that or guys that he goes around the country, and those homeless and those former fighters, those guys are drug addicts. He has a big compound. The boy just built another, I think 3-story building the other day for students that got like a dome.
If he were the first lady, they gave him something, he must do more.
No, and he sells. No, I'm not listening. It's not business with First Lady alone, but I mean, look, I mean, that gave the man. Also, no, what I was saying, he has done well, and he tried to reinvent the wheels of the guys. They into arts and arts and what you call arts and craft. They do that.
Yeah.
They sell things, masonry. I mean, he put it into a lot of stuff. That is that way. Or help improve their lives in a vocation. So what he tries, he has done for them over the years. So yeah, I just wanted to come in with that, so that Milton are not being abandoned. I mean, he one of those guys I enjoy silently in the corner. Yes, I mean, yeah, yeah. So
I think you also, Mr. Moore, is also looking at it from the national perspective. Those money should be reflected into a national budget as well, where it can be known. If you don't mention that, nobody knows what's going on. So every other counties as well should benefit, and other people are there too that are also not only fighting for the Unity Party, but also have same vision. They should be encouraged. I think this is why he's coming for. If this is why I think you're saying, yeah.
The American institutionalization, a principle to change society to have been a national lesson now, where the guy goes around campuses and speak, where he tell people, other organizations, to gather these children and take them off the street.
No, not like when you come, the senator for River says that you will get some money to Mr. Moore to go to River and build a little community center. Don't forget about the community.
Yeah, but what? I mean, it wasn't your brother who was building, who has a school, a beautiful school in River says there.
Or the guy that was doing well, then he died instantly.
Yeah.
Mayor comes from Mowe district.
Okay. Yeah.
Down the line, we are cursing. He had that dream. But again, for me, I believe in institution. I worked with him when I was home. That dream, he had it when I was serving at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. He contacted somebody, and they contacted me. So I wrote a project proposal. And his mother and sister brought it to America. When I got here, I called him. I was here. But sooner or later, by experience, he said he just wanted to do what you were doing because most of the time you work with Liberian group. They gave up on you. So he didn't want to work. But he was working with a group of Americans that was sponsoring him. And the school did so well that year. They have offered a whole lot of stuff to him the night that he loaded the truck. That evening, the brother went to sleep. He never got out again. But
yes,
indeed,
he was on Costa's show that the day.
Yes.
Costa interviewed him that day.
Yes.
And the next day, he had a video he showed. I mean, the building that he has there, the school is in the middle of the village. The school is of American standard. Can you imagine that? In the middle of the village. And the students did so well in national exam.
The Americans were here, some of them were paying the teachers.
Yeah.
But I called him. They do it as an institution. But he had his reason. He said he would just do what he was doing. But now, by the time he passed away, I didn't have nobody to contact. I found the call. And if I called home, somebody gave me the number. And I was calling that number to speak to whoever in the home, and nobody was there. Sooner or later, his wife wrote a letter that they will no longer sponsor the school.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she was not the missionary person, but the husband was, and she's somebody of age. She didn't want to bother with their African stuff going up and down.
She's American,
yeah.
Oh, wow, that building. Anyway, guys, I think we have reached the hour mark, an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah.
We, tomorrow or so on Tuesday. Well, no, definitely we'll be back on Tuesday,
Okay.
Tuesday evening to discuss trending issues, affecting our country and our people. It's our responsibility, national and patriotic responsibility, to look at these things and call upon the government and those who are responsible to correct those things, make them right for our people lives to be better. We did not campaign for these people to come and reach themselves and forget about our people again. This cannot
I
be a
know.
business as usual. So on that note, I'll ask you guys for your parting comments, and then we'll call it a day. It's Friday. It's Friday night here. So we only
Okay.
start with Paul. For your parting comments, Paul.
Well, I'll say thanks, guys, for the show, and thanks to our viewers for being with us. It was a very good discussion we had regarding the yellow machine, and what I took from the discussion is the youth. Why is our youth being left behind, and today they on Kush, Zombie, and others? It's something that we all need to advocate for, maybe to see how they can increase the budget in sports, and that will help. And I want you guys to also join, because one of the things that I've been calling for in Liberia when I was there, that this national county meet what they consider the president sports, they should turn it into national league that will bring everybody together. When that league is on, see people following their county. So what? The same way here in England. I live not far from Crystal Palace Stadium. Crystal Palace play on a Saturday here. The whole street is packed. Everybody going to watch Crystal Palace. This is how National League is born, and it gets the young people off the street. Every young child, boy and girl in the area want to play for Crystal Palace. So they need to fund the sports in Liberia, be it basketball, football, volleyball, track and field. They need to fund it heavily to get our young people off the street. So it was a good show, and I'm looking forward to another discussion on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Okay.
Albert, yeah.
Yeah. I read something today from a brother back home, Anthony Albo Abraham B. Mitchell. Abraham Mitchell served at the Ministry of Justice during the past administration as assistant minister for codification, the coded laws and articles of law, all these things that his area that he was handling all of that. But he wrote something today on Facebook calling for the repeal of the Liberian Constitution, Article 82A. It states, according to him, the article states that labor union, corporation, business organizations should not support political parties. He said that is very primitive, and that article should be repealed so that labor union, corporations and business organizations, civil servants group represented by labor union, they should support political party of their choice. So I want for us to go look at it the next time we come so we can discuss it. I want for us to know so we can warn the public the danger in it for you to agree that labor unions should support political parties. It is not safe because clique could be formed, and few of them will say, look, let's support this person, and the rest of the worker individually, they do not know anything. But the labor union has signed for Mr. endorsed Mr. John P. Wilson candidacy. That's why he's suggesting that that article be repealed. But I want for all to look at it, the dangers involved in it. Whether it will be taking away your constitutional right as an individual to make your choice as to whom you want, whom you give your support to. I'm working for BBC Corporation. If BBC went and endorsed a candidate, but I'm an individual, I work for BBC, but I do not support that person's leadership. I do not like that person's platform. Why should BBC say the worker union at BBC has endorsed the Labour Party? But it's the thought of the time for next discussion. Let's look at it and see what recommendation we need to make to our people.
Okay, Mo. Thanks a lot. Nice having you. I mean, you're a man of wisdom. I mean, your contribution to the discourse, it's highly appreciated. We look forward to seeing you, next Tuesday, and still see if in Illinois or Chicago. Back in the days, I mean, them they had this tool from EWA. What's EWA radio have one? What's that the show name?
Chaco.
Yeah, the guys are in the shows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, from Chicago, Illinois. But anyway, Jamel, if we have your parting comments.
You muted.
So I'm trying to get hold of a big event coming up in Germany. That will be the July 26th. Got top. It's going to be a massive 3-day event. I'm trying to get hold of the information shared with you. But if I don't get it now, what we're going to do, we will be having the media team responsible for that to be here next Tuesday to share over the package you have, what is in package for on July 26th. There are big 3 events happening. 3-day events is taking place in Germany from this end of this month. It's going to be massive, a big event. We will have the media team that responds to tell them more about it. So just I want to tell you. So sorry, I want to get hold of it, but I didn't have hold of it right now, Francis. So we'll be bringing that to you next Tuesday. So stay tuned, keep tuned, and share the show. And come to on Tuesday. We'll share a lot with you, and there'll be a lot of things happening trending in Liberia. And I want to personally thank Mr. Moore for being on the show, being one of the senior man in this place. He gave us some lecture about Liberian history, which we need to know. One person I really miss in Liberia, and I really respected, the late Emmanuel J. Bue. I when the last time I was in Liberia 2016, I went to a lot of places. He was one of the guys that I really admired. He was a walking encyclopedia. He talks story. He tell you something that you sit down and think, well, this is Liberia. Where is it written in history? We want this thing to be in books so we can read it in schools. So, Mr. Moya, great to have with you. Great to have you with us. And we want to have you here to share your thoughts with us as a senior man and also a very seasoned Liberian civil servant. And I like to always invite you. If you also listen to us right now, wherever you listen to us from, you want to share your thoughts with us. This is a Liberian show. We respect your view. Please contact us. We can have a time you can talk. We can always share our input. We want to make Liberia better. This is our responsibility. So we will invite you openly here to come in. We don't need to say, if you know anybody in this group, contact them. We'll open a forum. You can come and discuss with us. So this is what I want to say, Francis. And now a reminder again, next Tuesday, we'll share with you what we have in package for the July 26th 3 days event. It's going to be a big one. A lot of things going to happen. Now it's a lot of big things going to happen. And another thing I want to, a little secret, and let you know, we got big guys that come from Liberia. Probably if I have questions for them, they will be there to question them, to query them about what's happening in Liberia. I think if I may be quick to say, I think we'll have Mamaka Belete will be there, and Amara Kwane will be there, and
Mamaka Belete cannot come this time because the first
okay, that's what I heard.
Yes, first celebration. in the government. So
the deputy speaker will going to be there. Thomas Fowler will be there. A lot of people, I'm including others. A lot of people will be there. They are not using the show to come. They want to come and shut up, talk, and also discuss Liberian issue. What do you have as a diaspora? What can you share with them? And it's not like they are coming to the show to be part of the party. They want to listen to you. They're using this opportunity to come and listen to what you have to say about Liberia. So since they're in the house, they want to get your opinion. They want to think what you have to share with them, so you can take it home and share with their parliamentarians, their colleagues as well. So that will also include a lot of Liberian artists, young artists coming up in Liberia. They're in Germany. We'll be there to perform. We'll be sharing that with you next Tuesday. And the media team will be here, headed by Stephen Carley, deputized. Also, assistant is Augustus Gatumi. Our guest will be a next Saturday. If possible, the planning team in Germany also will be here to share with us what they have in package. So I want to wish everybody thank you. I want to thank everybody for joining us wherever you're joining us from Jala TV, America, Europe, Asia, and Liberia as well. Thank you very much, and always be part of the Born of Liberia. We are here to stay. Be part of Liberia for good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys, thank you for the show, and don't forget, July 26th to the 28th in Wurzburg, Germany. There will be the Liberian European diaspora celebration. All Liberians in Europe are trooping towards Wurzburg. Let me call it German with I don't know, right? Wurzburg, Germany. So from Friday, July 26th to Sunday, July 28th. As Jamel said, the team will be here on Tuesday. The media team, or EFLA, the European Federation of Liberian Association, EFLA, is in collaboration with the Liberian Association of Deutschland in Germany. We are hosting the program along with our fellow compatriots from Liberia who reside in Germany. So on that note, I want to thank you all. Have a blessed weekend. Stay out of trouble. Be safe. Remember, Liberia is the only country that we cannot be deported from. It's our country. We must do everything to ensure that Liberia is better.
Yeah.
So on that note, we'll take you home some nice Liberian song and have a pleasant Friday night. TGI, thank God it's Friday.
What we want to do to please you? We get people around, oh. They acting that they let you when you show up. I saw you turn your body and they choke up. You buy your Lego, hating them. People buy you Lego, hating them. If you can post your man, hating them. The day you post your man, hating them. If you won't ever go ever your family, don't bring that nonsense to somebody. If you won't ever go ever your family, don't bring that nonsense to somebody. So I said to body. It's a long man storage like parent. Oh, get body. It's a long man storage like parent. Yeah, yeah.
This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio.